As you all know, some colleges have announced they will continue offering only online classes through the summer semester, but many have yet to decide on the fall. In a survey of more than 400 college students whose schools recently switched over to online education, 60% of students said they felt at least somewhat prepared for the change. This was particularly true among students who previously took an online course. Still, 64% of survey respondents expressed concerns about being able to focus and maintaining the self-discipline needed to study remotely. Here are some of the most common challenges undergraduate students are currently facing with online classes, along with specific tips on how to address them. Technical issues, distractions and time management, staying motivated, understanding course expectations, lack of in-person interaction, adapting to unfamiliar technology, uncertainty about the future. Technical issues are bound to happen in an online-only environment. One student says that while attending one of her classes live through video conferencing, her computer suddenly shut down and she needed to restart the device. There are also moments when her Wi-Fi is not working. The solution to this is to stay in touch with professors and inform them about what's happening. They will hopefully understand and be flexible about the situation, perhaps even recording class sessions as a backup. While studying from home or wherever students may be, there can be more distractions than usual, especially with family and possibly younger siblings around. As a result of these and distractions and possibly having additional responsibilities, time management becomes more challenging. For this, build a schedule, figuring out when you are going to do what you're going to do, and then sharing that with other people in your house would help. Students should still prioritize their physical and mental health even if life is busier than usual. For instance, some schools are allowing students to switch at least some classes to a pass fail grading system for the spring, which could help ease some anxieties. Given that students may not be attending classes at a set time on a campus, finding the motivation to get started on coursework can be difficult. When you don't see your home as a space of work, it's kind of struggle to get in that mindset. But I have different places in my house where my room will be my little oasis, but my downstairs kitchen table is where I will sit down and get my work done. In addition to creating a daily schedule and finding a productive workspace, it can also help to simply focus on the ultimate goal. The sudden switch to online learning has left some students confused about some course requirements for the rest of the semester. They may wonder, for instance, if a final group presentation is still happening given that students can no longer meet on campus, or if they need to complete labs for science classes. Students may also wonder whether their classes will have live lectures through video conferencing at a set time on a certain day, or whether students are expected to learn the material on their own time. Students should be proactive in asking their professors questions about course expectations for the spring and whether there are any changes to requirements given the transition. Whether classes will be held live varies depending on the school, professor, and discipline. Knowing the expectations as an online learner will help with time management because, again, you can plan out and schedule what's really needed week after week. Lack of in person interaction. The lack of in person interaction with both instructors and classmates can be particularly challenging. The adjustments can be particularly difficult for students taking classes that are better suited for face to face format, like those with science lab components. I consider myself a visual learner as well, but I prefer to play around with the materials as well as converse with other students to understand the material better. Students should take advantage of the tools at their disposal. While not ideal for all learners, the best alternative to actual face to face interaction may be video conferencing like Zoom, Skype, or FaceTime. Talking on the phone with classmates or a professor is also an option. Adapting to unfamiliar technology. Given the transition to online classes, students are now adapting to some new technology. I think of all of us have had to learn to use technology in the last couple months that some of us have never heard of. Some of us may have used just a little bit. Use the resources available through the school. While this can include reaching out to technical support, students should determine whether they can save themselves time by looking up answers to their technology questions online or watching a video tutorial. Uncertainty about the future. The sudden switch to online classes for the spring semester and the summer in some cases has caused anxiety and raised questions among students about their academic future. Some are considering taking this fall semester off if their school continues to stick with online classes. Students speak with an advisor or student support services as needed to determine whether adjustment can be made to their course schedule or a future semester if needed. Like if a student may want to take fewer course credits in a future semester, if his or her school continues offering only online classes and the student finds this format challenging, they should be able to do that. Regardless of the challenges that come with the transition to online classes, students should remember that assistance is available. It can be difficult transition, but it doesn't have to be because there are many people who are willing and are able to help it.